Du har ju vunnit årets P3-guld, årets hiphop soul, Gaffapriset, årets genombrott.
Uden filter.
Uden filter.
Ja, så jeg ved ikke. Jeg nogle gange tænker jeg over nogle introer, jeg skal lave, men den her, den har virkelig noget for sig selv.
Det er en speciel intro, det her.
Vi har snakket med en kvinde før, og det her, det er vores anden gang.
Det her, det tror jeg, det er kvindernes kvinde.
Det er dronning af Skandinavien, har vi.
Skandinavien?
Det er dronning af Skandinavien. Jeg siger til jer, hvis I kender til hende her, så lærer jeg hende at kende nu. Men wallah, I kommer ikke til at fortryde det, fordi wow, hvor mangler vi sådan en her i DK.
Det gør vi. Mine damer og herrer, giv den op for den en og den eneste Cherrie.
Wow. I actually understood every word of that introduction. Thank you so much. That was amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Cherrie, me and How, we are doing an interview platform that's called Uden Filter.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the name kind of scares me.
Why?
Utan filter?
Yeah, without filter.
So we go raw.
You're going straight into the...
Nah, but for us, it's like having a normal conversation with artists.
Yeah.
We just want to have fun.
Yeah.
We are not the ones who interview you with the paper and you know all this kind of thing.
Like a conversation in the couch. You feel safe. We feel safe.
Yeah.
Amazing. I love that. I love that.
So, but we came here from Copenhagen to Sweden because we want to build a bridge between Denmark and Sweden.
I feel like that's amazing.
So that's why the reason.
And I'm not gonna lie, Kamal has told me in 1 year, bro, we need to interview Cherrie.
Yeah.
That's
we
amazing.
need to do it. I was like, yeah,
He's
we're
my
gonna
Somali brother. I could tell from the jump when I came in. So obviously, you know.
Yeah.
So no,
sometimes people ask me, "Oh, you know Cherrie? Yeah, that's my cousin." Leave me alone.
All of us Somali people, we do that.
Yeah.
Like we say P Diddy Somali because he looks Somali. So.
But I mean, he looks Somali.
Yeah, you know how many people have told, no, he's Somali. Like, with a dead ass face.
No, but Cherrie, first of all, we would like to congratulate you with everything of your success right now. You have what's it called? Your jewelry.
Yeah.
And your makeup.
Yeah.
Congratulations with
Thank you. Thank you so much.
That's a big move.
Yeah.
And you deserve it.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. You guys are so nice.
Thank you. How much... Kan vi prøve at snakke lidt dansk?
Yeah.
Kan du prøve at forstå det? Let me try this first, okay? Hvor meget betyder det?
Something what means?
Ja. Hvor meget betyder det for dig?
Okay.
At have en sidebusiness i forhold til din musik?
Okay, so what does it mean? Or how is it to be like in entrepreneurial stuff compared to music?
Yeah.
You know what? I like to see it in the same kind of sense because for like this first 7 years of my career, I was completely independent. Obviously, I had a team, but we were doing it independently. You know, never had like an advance or like a major. Machinery working. Yeah. So we were doing everything DIY, like ourselves. And we were very good at it. So I've really just incorporated that mindset into all of my businesses now because I do have my own company, Arawello, right? And I have 5 beautiful, smart black women that work in Arawello. So they're definitely the core of what helps us extend like what we've done in music into business. And the thing is, obviously, like the pandemic is the one thing that kind of made me go that route because I couldn't tour anymore. And like I was sitting at home and I've always dreamt about making like an eyeliner collection, a makeup collection. And I've worked with my makeup artist for 5 years. She's one of my best friends, like since high school. So I was like, you know what, let's do this together. So I put her as a creative director, went to like my favorite brand from when I was a kid and told them, listen, like the representation is not there. I promise you, this is gonna be fire. Let's just do it. I was lucky enough for people to believe in me, or the brands to like believe in me to do it. But more importantly is the fact that I have my own team that I'm friends with. These are like some of them are my sisters from my childhood, and we always like had that mindset of like the independent type of working, right? So it's finding creative young people with the same moral compass and just making beautiful stuff together, just like I do in music. You know, I still work with my first producer, and all my like producers or the people that I make music with are my friends. My manager, I call him my brother. You know, like so it's a family thing. And when something is born out of something organic like that, it's genuine, and people like genuinity, and you know, like doing stuff for the right reason, so it works. Yeah.
Wow.
You got the answer. You know what? You answered the
We had 3 questions about
that thing, but you went straight to everything.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank
go-
you.
Nej, fordi hvis jeg tager den, så bliver du sur på mig. Selvom jeg også godt kan lide den, men ja, det er dit felt dog.
Okay.
Jeg gør den ikke.
All right. Cherry, me as a person, I like hip hop, but I like more R&B.
You know what it is? I know for a fact. Sorry for saying this, but the realest niggas love R&B. The realest niggas love R&B.
Yeah.
Like all the toughest people that I know, all the like G's.
Yeah.
That's all they listen to.
Oh,
They'll sing any Aaliyah, Mariah Carey song
Yeah.
to the T. They like if you put a gun to their head, they'll know every
single word.
And it's crazy because in Sweden, like, they're still like, we haven't really developed that well when it comes to like openly appreciating female artists.
Yeah.
But trust me, I have a lot of boys that come up to me after shows or in the club when they're drunk, and they're like, listen, don't tell my boys, but I've been crying to your music. You helped me out of that relationship. I'm like, I know. It's okay.
Well, I guess I'm one of them.
It's okay.
But I want to go back to the mixtape you made, the OG.
Fire. I love that.
That was in I think, was it in 2000 and
It's a long time
I think
ago.
it was in 2018.
18.
Yeah, I released my second album, Arawello, and the mixtape the same year.
The same year.
Yeah.
Because you were busy that year.
I was very busy that year. Yeah. Yo,
I have one question about the song 1 Million.
okay.
Yeah, because that's one of my favorites and his favorite actually.
That's actually crazy
Yeah.
because here in Sweden, that's probably one of the songs that kind of flew over people's heads off the album.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that you guys love
I had
it.
actually
That makes me think that you guys have a banging ass music.
I actually took more notes that's not on that computer.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
About that song. Because
Ask me anything you want.
yeah, because I was chilling and just listening. The song 1 Million. What is it about? First of all.
So first, the thing is with this mixtape. So I had, by the end of 2017 to 2018, I was mainly touring around the world, like America and UK, Canada, right? And so I released the album called Arawello, but I had like a situation, a change in management. Like a lot of the people I had like a tough period like in my career, but it was more so like business-wise, right? So that mixtape came out of me just like being like, okay, everybody's gone, I'm by myself, but I need to prove to myself that whatever happens, I got myself. So I called my friend Philip Hunter, who did the whole mixtape, also like One in a Million, the Million song. And we were in the studio and we made that mixtape in like 2 months, and I recorded and mixed all my vocals myself. And that was like a way for me to prove myself.
So you mixed?
Wow. Yeah, I've produced on like, I have productions on all my albums. But that was the first time I actually like did the whole songs and like recorded them myself. Obviously, he produced it, but I recorded every song, and it was like a healing process for me to prove I can make a project without anyone. I still love my people, but I need to know for myself that whatever happens, I got myself. So, and actually, Million was the first song I made.
You made?
Yeah, so that was like, when I made that song, it kind of, it gave me like the vision of, oh, you know what, I'm gonna make a mixtape that doesn't sound like a cohesive album. I just want it to be pure vibes.
But you know, that song, that reminds me of R&B back in the days, like
I
2005
know.
to maybe 2000.
That's where all my inspiration of music comes from.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you had to like download music from Kazaa
Yeah.
or Morpheus or
LimeWire,
LimeWire, exactly. Like, that's my era.
Yeah.
And with that song, I like, when you like read it word for word, it's more so about, it could be to a friend, it could be to a lover, it could be to yourself. It's just like knowing, for me, it was like, I wrote it as a love song. It was more so for myself, to just build up my self-esteem and tell myself, like, I'm one in a million. And whatever happens, like, I've always been there for myself. So I need to prove it to me. And I did the song, and that kind of inspired the rest of the songs. Yeah.
Hold up, bro. Jeg vil ikke. Jeg stopper, bror. Jeg håber, jeg lukker bærbaren, og så bare snakke videre.
Oh my God.
Who do you get your inspiration?
Yeah, inspiration.
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes to like making music, life, I have a good ass like group of close friends that I grew up with. We're from the hood, like we're hood girls. There's no like denying it, but
Preach.
like, you know, we've all become women. A lot of them are entrepreneurs today as well. Some of them are in university, like studying marine biology. Some of them are mothers today, but we still like, we have that hood sense in us. But knowing that we come from nothing and made something, and that kind of relates to our mothers as well, because most of us grew up like without fathers, right? So mainly like strong women in my life, and strong women are like, and strong people, and people that make something out of anything, like, you know what I mean, something out of nothing, more so is what inspires me. But musically, like sonically, definitely like early 2000s R&B, 90s R&B, even like Motown music from 60s, like Marvin Gaye's one of my favorite artists. When it comes to hip hop, I still like the old school like more. That's not as melodic. But still, like, I think Blue Baby's dope. I like some of the people, like the rappers. I like some of the Swedish rappers as well. But mainly, I listen to what we call ala music in Somalia, you know, like heartbreak song.
I want to go back to the hood thing.
Yeah.
You grew up in the hood. Did the guys or the hood people around you, did they support you?
Definitely. Like, the thing is, back when I was young, the hood wasn't what it is today.
Oh yeah.
So there was a lot, like, we still like came from segregated communities where we didn't have as much. So the you know, the unity was very important. So like when I grew up, I had like 40 guy friends that saw me as a sister, and they would back me as a sister. And I had 50 girls that would back me even more. That were, some of them were tougher than the guys, right? And we're bad kids. We would get up to no bad, like bad stuff, go like to the other side where there's like the sweet, like rich people live, and steal their bikes or like get into fights and stuff like that. But it wasn't bad like today, like life or death, right? So, and we were definitely like, I remember like people used to call me and my girl group like the men, because we were very tough and like mannish. So when I started making music in the beginning, like no one was doing that. I was definitely the first out of my era, like this era of urban music, successful urban music. I was definitely one of the first from my hood to do it. But from the first single, it kind of directly, because people were longing for a woman to say something from that perspective. So it kind of went well directly. And from then on, like I was bringing BBC to the hood and like putting them in a good limelight. I was bringing I was doing music videos here and there, and for them to just be a part of it, they're like, you know. So anytime there was like a magazine or something, they'll go by it and take pictures and be like, yeah, we support our sister. So I always felt like I always had that support, definitely like from the guys, but from the girls as well. So, yeah.
Because the question, the reason why I ask you is because I feel like in Copenhagen they don't give the same love.
It's like when a woman tries to sing, people are hating. It's like, you can't hear her sing, what she's doing, that's cringe.
No, it happens here too, trust me. Especially for the female rappers. I think the thing that kind of makes, and it's not a good thing, it's the fact that I sing, right? And I do make a lot of love songs and stuff like that, but I do have songs that are like socially conscious, or that will, instead of demonize a boy that's from the hood or lives a certain type of life, instead of demonizing him, maybe talking about how he's feeling inside and put words to like depression or how do you call it, addiction, or like the fear of disappointing your parents. And when you talk about like key stuff like that people can actually relate to, they feel seen, right? And I sing, like I feel, I don't know why guys don't like when girls do the boyish thing. So they'll get at the girl rappers a lot more than they'll get at me, which I don't like, because it's at the end of the day we're doing the same thing. They're like, some of these girl rappers are better than the boys, but they'll still get more hate, which is sad. But I think it's a mixture of me being the first and me like singing and being like a voice that gives you, hur säger man tröst?
Trust, we understand.
Yes, that gives you trust when you're by yourself, when you're not with the guys and you have to be tough and you come home.
Ikke trøst, hvad hedder det?
Omsorg.
Nej.
Omsorg.
Det der, du er.
Hvad er man?
He doesn't like go and eat. You don't like eating different places. You like
Tryghed. Men jeg tror min omsorg.
Comfort.
Isn't it?
You know, you know when you're around your guys, you can't talk about feelings.
Yeah,
right?
no, that's
you
true.
don't, like if
we gotta be drunk.
Talk
about our feelings.
Or we listen to 1 million, but yeah.
Exactly. So you know, guys can't talk about that stuff, and when you don't talk about stuff like that, it's like you think about it in your head, but you don't put words to it. And now you have a girl that's singing in a pretty voice that's actually putting words in, like words that explain your thoughts, your emotions, and a lot of people, I feel like, connected to me that way. So sometimes, you know, I get a lot of letters from jail. I get like letters from, like the other day I just got like a letter that was like 5 pages long from a guy that was telling me how he used to be a hood guy and then he started a business and he lost it, and the only thing that kind of helped him gave him comfort was listening to some of my songs, because I can do emotional songs that even the hood guys can relate to. So I don't get a lot of hate, but I wish they could extend that love to other women as well.
Cherrie, you are a woman who inspired a lot of young girls.
Thank you so
That's
much.
for sure.
That's actually crazy coming from Denmark, because Denmark, they don't. No. You guys have your own thing. They know they're the best at what they do. They don't care about the rest of Scandinavia.
But right now we're looking at you.
We're looking at you, and we hear things about you in the streets, and a lot of people love you, actually.
That's crazy.
And have you ever met some
difficulties struggles?
Modstand.
Yeah.
Modstand fra at du faktisk er en somalisk sanger. Du kommer fra det her område, du er en kvinde. Har du mærket sådan, okay, hvis jeg var svensk, undskyld jeg siger det, så er det gået bedre?
Yeah, definitely. So when I made my first album, the album that I actually got a Swedish Grammy for and all the other like awards, I remember when we made that album, I did want to sign. Like, I didn't even understand what being independent was, right? So I did want to sign to a label. I knew I needed the money to pay the producers and everything, right? So we went to different major labels, and they had never heard R&B in the Swedish language. They had never heard someone use that kind of expression, the way I like use words, right? When you sing clearly. It almost sounds like, you know, like Eurovision. Even when they make ballads, they had never heard someone talk about what the rappers talk about, but in a more emotional way. So when I came to these labels, it wasn't even the fact that they thought it was bad. They didn't even know what to think. You know, they didn't have the knowledge about R&B. And so they were like, yeah, this is nice, but we need more hits. Do you have hits? Like, and these are the same songs, you know, that Stormzy was like, I want to jump on it. These are the same songs that got like and by the Swedish radio station, like for like the best songs of the year and stuff like that. These are the same songs that took me out of Sweden, right? But at the time, no one believed in it. That's why I had to be independent. We're like, all right, listen, let's do a couple shows, take the money and invest it into videos and production and whatever. And when we get our own hype, we'll go back to the majors and tell them, R&B does work in Sweden. And people do want to hear these stories because there's never been that voice. So, but what happened was, I had a team of 5 people that believed in me, and we just did our own thing. And so I never really had to face the white spaces. I didn't really care. Like, I went to the award shows my first year, won all the awards. I never went back, even when I was nominated, because I was in America, like doing stuff, you know what I mean? So it's a thing where we had to create the power for us. Because no one would believe in us, right? And when you find the power in yourself and the essence in yourself, and use like, instead of having to go to these big corporations and be like, please, can you do this, or can you work with me? It's like, I'd rather just go to like a school, or like one of my friends that knows how to film a little bit. I'll buy him a camera or her a camera and be like, you know what? I'll help you. We did it by ourselves until they couldn't deny us anymore. And then they started taking us into the nicer rooms, right? But it took like triple the work and triple the time. Like, I've toured around like worldwide 3 times, and this is probably the 1 year I could actually say I'm a household name in Sweden. This year, and I've done this is 4 albums in, so you know what I mean. Still, like, if you would have gone out like of the big cities, like older people, they might have heard Cherrie's name, but they wouldn't know your music, know nothing. But this is probably the first year that I'm like a household name, but I still have like a big group of fans in Paris and Oslo and LA and London, you know what I mean? So it was a weird thing. It was almost as if I was getting more backup and more like media coverage from America and London. Like, I had done Team Westwood before I had done some of this big media here.
Saw that,
you know what I mean? I
Sweet.
did like Genius like a long time before then I did like some of the big TV stuff in Sweden. So it's a weird way of working.
Du søgte nærmest, altså det var mere den vej, inden de begyndte
because
her.
they knew R&B, they knew like, and for them it was like a new story. Okay, she's not singing in English, but you could still feel like the melodic vibe, that there's something real there. And she's a black girl in like the whitest part of the world. It's just weird. So, but I'm still talking about like young people dying out here in the streets. So there's a correlation. There's something you can relate to. So America took me in very well. UK took me in very well. And Sweden kind of just followed after, because it was like, okay, she's literally becoming one of our biggest exports. And she's doing it in Swedish even. I'm not even singing in English. So they couldn't deny me anymore. It was like more.
But there was one song you were singing in English that was with Nines.
Yeah.
Crabs in the Bucket, the album he made.
Yeah.
And how was it working with Nines?
Amazing.
Because he's one of my favorite rapper.
Obviously. That guy is definitely like, see, that's the thing. I didn't know, but before we had worked, he told me when I met him that he had been a fan of me for like 3 years. And I'm like, see, like the real G's, they listen to R&B.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying, like, how do you know about a Swedish girl
Yeah.
out somewhere like in a small ass country?
Yeah.
Like, how? Where did you even find me?
Yeah.
But so basically, he had been a fan of my music for some years, and my cousin that lives in London, her husband was like, you know what? Sherry's like my sister. She's family. Nines has been asking about her. We're gonna do this like respectfully. I'm gonna go with her to the studio. We're gonna meet him and see what because he wants you on his album. And I was like, I'm flying out tonight.
Yeah.
And I flew out to London, and he was very respectful, and like it felt like a family affair, you know, because my cousin was there, her husband was there, he was there, and like he played a couple beats for me, and I was like, yeah, I did like an interlude thing.
It's called Stalker Interlude, right? The song?
Yeah, Stalker
Interlude.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, so it could be like he's talking about different girls that are kind of crazy.
And there's a girl on the
on
phone
the phone,
call.
like exactly, screaming at him and stuff. And I'm trying to be like the girl that calms him down. I'm like, you can come to me. I don't give about those girls. Like,
But the fun thing is that you calm the song down. It was like the girl is yelling, and then he's talking and rapping, and then you was like, yo, I'm calming the situation down.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't have to worry about those stalkers. When you're with me, we're chilling, like kind of thing. And it worked out really well, and he was like amazing because you know the album went #1, and you know in America, in the UK, when you go #1, they give you this #1 chart thing, and when you have an album that they usually give that to the producers and stuff. He didn't have to send me one, but now like in my section where I have my awards, I have that like that #1 UK thing. And I was like, yo, this is crazy.
That's the love right there.
Yeah, that was like, it felt like definitely like, there was so much respect and love for the whole thing. And he's a very, you know, like caring person, wanted to make sure everyone was comfortable. So it was an amazing experience.
Sherry, we have something in Uden, our program, which we call the 10 quick.
Okay.
That's either or.
Okay.
So but you have one red button. You can push, then you can go to the next question.
Okay,
but you can only use it one time.
One time.
And we give you 10 questions.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
You ready?
Okay.
Beyonce or Aaliyah?
Beyonce.
Beyonce. Okay.
Come on, you can say it.
Okay. That's some Somali food.
Okay.
I'm trying to say it.
Oh.
Bris iyo hilib
Yeah.
or sokar.
Brisi hilib.
You said it right.
You said it perfectly.
Så de to næste.
Bad hair. Hvad står der?
Bad hair day forever.
Yeah, forever or bad hair makeup forever.
Bad hair day. No. No, sorry. Bad makeup.
Bad makeup.
Man, my skin is glowing. So
You go, girl.
But the hair, no. I'm a black girl. We gotta have that done.
A feature with Burna Boy or Wizkid?
Wizkid.
Wizkid?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bad.
That's in Swedish. I can't read
Mama,
Swedish.
I like sin mamma.
Okay.
Your song.
Yeah.
Or Stockholm i nat.
Stockholm i natt.
Stockholm i nat.
Yeah, because it was the first time I made a ballad. Mamma Elixir Mamma means more, because it's for my mother. But Stockholm i natt, it was the first time I think Sweden heard my voice in its full capacity. And it was like a, we got this, you know?
Tag den næste.
Never could heard your favorite track again, or
Okay.
never could watch your favorite movie again.
Never could watch my favorite movie again. Yeah.
Which song is your favorite track, Harry?
But that's the thing, though.
You don't have one.
Yeah, probably. It's actually a very it's called. Well, I don't even know what it's called. It's by Smokey Robinson, and there's I think it's called like Ooh maybe or something like that. But there's a version with him and Aretha Franklin when they're doing it on Soul Train with just the piano. It's like one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard. So that's like one of my favorite tunes I remember from being a kid. And I could not live without not
that
hearing it
song.
again.
Okay.
Yeah, because I want it to be my wedding song as well. So.
Nice.
Snow Allegra eller Sarah Larsen?
Ooh, that's tough.
That's a tough
Because
have a red
both
button.
of my friends as well.
Okay.
You have the red button, but there are 3 questions.
Oh, that's a bad one. Oh my God, I can't even say, because I love both. Like musically, I love both to different reasons. Zara's a heck of an entertainer. Like oh my God. Okay, but you know what? Sonically, I'll say Snow Allegra because it's my type of music.
Okay.
But they're both my friends, so I can't diss. Sarah is definitely like, when it comes to the showdown, she's like she's gonna go to that Beyonce top when it comes to like the live shows.
Yeah.
So we gotta give her credit,
Okay.
but I'll say Snow because her music is more my jam.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or Friends?
Fresh Prince.
Hey. Jeg vidste, vi skulle tage en anden liste. Okay. Be alone in the space
Yeah.
or be alone in the sea.
Space.
Space.
Yeah.
Space?
Yeah.
Shitness.
I can see the sea. I've never seen space.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna be alone somewhere, I might go somewhere that's more special.
Just the space is scary,
Yeah.
man. But
Last one.
And I'm a Gemini. I'm an air sign, so maybe we're.
Ikea or H&M?
I work with H&M, so I would say H&M.
that's true.
You didn't use the red button.
Exactly.
You did,
No.
Gangsta.
I work with H&M, so I can't diss them. They're my homies.
Cherry, do you have advice for young girls who comes from the same background as you do, who want to achieve their dreams?
Yeah.
Some.
Yeah, definitely. The one thing I'd say is, there's a reason why, like, when guys start making music, they'll go like to a youth center studio, make one song, it'll be a hit, it'll go #1. That's because they dare to take that step. They dare to like, you know, it's a norm for guys to take space, to do what they want, to be a go-getter. So as a woman, it's almost ingrained. As a woman, you have to be shy, more laid back. Usually when you get into a studio, there's a bunch of guys there, you get shy, you can't sing as well, you don't want to write, like, because you're kind of shy. You know, I've gone through all of that for 10 years before I started making music. So I'd say you have to believe in yourself, and you have to put in the work to be able to believe in yourself. You have to know that you're the best at what you do to be able to say, I'm good at this shit, and I can go into any room and prove it, right? So definitely, like, believing in yourself. When people say that, it sounds corny, but you don't know how much that means, because whatever you put your mind to becomes your reality. So definitely believe in yourself. Patience, because people are worried about becoming successful, but they don't think about, like, when you get there, what are you gonna do to keep it and still not lose yourself, right? So when you're patient with your choices, with work ethic, when you're patient, like, if you make one good song or one cover or one studio song, if this is the best you could do the first time, give yourself maybe a year and see what you can do, right? So patience, believing in yourself, and hard work. Those 3 things. Especially for women, because it's not in our norm to be a go-getter, right? So especially for women. What I see around here is like, you have all these rappers and male singers, they release 2 or 3 songs and they become superstars directly in Sweden. Whereas girls usually just put up covers of their guys' songs on Instagram instead of having the guts to, when you actually get to the studio, to be like, I could do this. I can go in there and make a banger just like the guys did. You know what I mean? And not be shy and closed off because there's 10 boys around me. But in order to do that, you have to, maybe when you're at home, learn how to write, learn how to sing better, maybe buy a if you have a computer, it's very easy to get Logic, get a mic, learn how to record yourself, so you don't have to do it for the first time when you're there and then you're shy. You know what I mean? So just like put work in, believe in yourself, and have patience.
Wallah, preach, mand. Wallah, det er derfor, jeg kaldte det Scandinavia. Altså, vi skal faktisk være rigtig glade for, at vi har en som Cherrie, der er nabolandet til os. Jeg siger ikke, at der ikke er en Cherrie i Danmark, men vi har Cherrie. Wallah, det har vi.
Oh my god.
Jamen, jeg tænker også bare at køre
amazing.
det sidste spørgsmål, så lave den der sjov med slangleg.
Okay.
Det er bare simpelt. Cherrie, do you listen to Danish music?
You know what? I've heard a lot of Danish music through my years. I used to listen a lot more before because I was there a lot more. Like I used to.
Have you been in Denmark?
Yeah, I've done a couple shows. At my first show was at Lille Vega.
Yeah.
The second time was when I was on tour with Stormzy.
Yeah.
Because he was on my first album, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, that show taught me so much about showmanship. Because Danish people, you know, I have to tell you this story actually because you guys are Danish, right? So I'm on tour with Stormzy and Lethal Bizzle. Both make hype, like grind music, right? Like mosh pit music. I'm a Swedish R&B singer that makes love songs. And I'm gonna open for these guys. So you already know what type of crowd it's gonna be. That day, I learned about crowd control. And you know, the worst thing that happened was when I got on the stage, I was the first to go on. And you know, people are like, yeah, I was like, yeah, what's up? My name is Cher, I'm from Sweden, And people were like, no, Sweden, no. You know what I mean? And I was like, wait. And then I just kind of, you know, I feel like Danish people are strong people. They're strong and they respect strong people. I was like, wait. We were in Stockholm last night and they were going crazy. If you guys are better than us, you better come correct the show. And they're like, and after that, I had the whole crowd, and I was like, yes, like I really won them over. And that was actually one of like a milestone in my career. And I had the move. When I left, they were screaming. They were like, yeah. I even made them do mosh pits to R&B songs. It was crazy. And that like gave me a lot of respect for Denmark and Copenhagen. But I've always wished that I had a better connection with like the Copenhagen urban culture, hip hop, R&B. I don't know what's going out there. I know a lot of the rappers like Gilly and stuff, but I don't know any of the female artists. So hopefully, like, you know,
We're gonna
connect me. I'll come see you guys.
Next time you visit, Cherrie,
I want to
promise us, write to me or Kamal. We're gonna be there for you.
Thank you
No
so
doubt,
much, guys.
no doubt.
And this is definitely like one of the best interviews I've done in a very long time. So thank you,
Thank you
guys.
so much. We appreciate it. But before you go, we have a little game.
Last thing.
Last game.
Yeah, let's do it.
And then I think Haushu will take this game.
Okay, it's a slang check.
Okay.
You know, we have some slangs in Copenhagen we use, like...
You have slang?
Yeah,
There's sometimes I think that our slang is our language.
Our language,
Okay.
but there are some Arabic words everyone uses, like para, Turkish words, Somali words, lakta. But we have our own slang. No, the words are not compared to any country.
Okay.
Okay, hvad tror du bash betyder?
Bash.
Yeah.
Is it 5 grams? Or 500?
No.
5-ish?
No, okay.
Okay, because here beshlik is 5 grams like of weed, or you say beshlik?
Bash.
Bash, what is bash?
Is something
example.
about...
Yeah, something about that, but example. Oh, bro, you look bash, man.
Okay, what does it mean?
It means high. You're
High.
You're
Oh, you're high. Okay,
You're
so
bash.
okay,
Like,
but I was close.
Yeah, you were close.
I was thinking about beshlik because it's like 5 grams, you know, when you buy a fiver. So okay.
Okay, this one.
Yeah.
Movie. We use movie.
Yeah.
We can say,
Betty movie.
yeah. What do you think when we say Betty movie?
Wedding movie. Oh.
It's like
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm
the
gonna
movie.
use that.
I like when, yeah.
Wait. Let me.
Let me think.
Why the movie? What's the motive? Yeah.
Yeah!
Nice one.
I'm gonna use that.
But in movie,
That's actually dope.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's
like
so
if
dope.
you've been to a concert, you can tell
Yeah.
how was the movie.
Yeah.
You know, what's
I-
the
Oh,
Yeah,
movie?
how
what's
is
your
it-
movie afterwards?
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
your
exactly.
movie?
What's the motive?
Yeah.
Do you have a
Okay.
movie?
Yeah.
Do you have a
Yeah.
movie for me?
Okay, yeah. I love that.
Last one.
Yeah?
Okay. What do you think din film betyder?
Din film.
Din film.
Din film. You're acting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too much. Feel in Hindi.
Yeah.
You say feel in Hindi. You know when someone is dramatic or say stop making feel in
Ja,
Hindi.
din film. Det er rigtigt.
Jerry, you nailed the game.
Yeah.
We just want to say thank you so much for letting us interview us on behalf of Denmark, Copenhagen. They love your music. We love your music.
I love you guys. Please
and,
bring me out there. Tell your bookers everything. I'm
We
ready.
gonna
I'm
do
trying
that,
to come.
Cherrie.
we
That's
gonna
for
do
sure.
that.
Thank you so much.
Love.
We made a question on our Instagram yesterday.
Yeah?
People was like, please tell us it's Cherrie. So people are waiting for this, but they don't know it yet.
Let me check. Let me look into the camera. Copenhagen, I'm ready for you. I love you guys. I want to come see you. Let's make it happen.
Cherrie, thank you, man.
Thank you so much, Jerry.
You guys are dope. Thank you so much. Wow,
Thank you.
thank you so much.